taking over. Let's go. It's Ferrall. Coast to coast. Steaks, chicks, stacks. You and I are going to make a lot of money. It's Ferrall, coast to coast. So, Mike, I just have to say this on top of it all, and I'm gonna just say it. Like, I don't think Steve Kerr's doing a good job today. I'll tell you why. How is it that Tatum has no points, Durant has no points, Adebayo has no points, Davis has 2 points, Edwards has 2 points, and then he continues to play Embiid, who has 7 points. And Booker has 3. He's been awful. Holiday's donuts, 0. And then LeBron's got 9. Curry's got 20. They have one guy performing. And how is it that all of their star players, all of their like superstar players, I mean, literally Tatum, Durant, and Adebayo, donuts. Halliburton and White, donuts. And Davis and Edwards, 2 points. That's all you need to know that they're losing. How is it, Mike, that all those superstar players have done nothing, absolutely nothing, and some donuts, even less than nothing? That is amazing to me. Like, how are you coaching and you have no one performing? No one at all is performing. And you're going to win? How are you going to win when no one's doing anything? I mean, I said it at the break. LeBron just got a rebound. He needs to attack the rim and get fouled and score and do his whole muscle shrug and one stuff. Now, they've hit a couple of shots here, and they're within 8. So I think LeBron has to take the game over, and Curry's got to keep shooting because nobody else is doing jack, Mike.
Nobody else is doing jack. And look, I was looking at the box score. You know, they don't give you really the minute count, who's been playing the most minutes, who's been doing this, but the shot counts are pretty clear. For how much Durant has scored in these Olympics and in the Olympics of all time, et cetera, he's got to take more shots, and he's got to be out there. He can't have one shot in the first half of a game that you're down by 11. So they got to pick it up. And I'm telling you, this is the quarter. This is the quarter that they have to close the gap, get it even, or past them. Because if they're still down a significant number in the fourth, I'm not sure they get out. I think that this is the quarter where they have to blitz them and going past them. He
just drove and got fouled, and he's going to the line. I told you. He has got to attack the rim because he's 6'8", 260, and he means business. There is no one in the world, no one can guard him. He can score on anyone. There is no one player that can stop LeBron James from doing whatever he wants with the ball at the rim. I believe he just missed the free throw too. Like, honestly, how many free throws are they going to miss today? Like, they are asking to lose this game. Like, if you get fouled going to the 10, you've got to knock down those free throws. They are missing and acting like it's no big deal. They've been losing this entire game acting like it's no big deal. That is amazing to me. I got to say, and here's Serbia hitting more threes. Honestly, they're going down. They're going down.
That's the biggest thing. And with LeBron missing them both, 5 for 10 from the line are the U.S. So far.
Horrible.
Game. 5 for 11.
Horrible.
Excuse me. They are 5 for 11 from the line.
Horrible.
After that. So that is just not going to get it done. And they're not, like you said, they're not stopping the three. And when you look out here, now that's a pretty deep three in Holiday's arm. I mean, that guy he had Holiday in his face and he made that. Holiday was right on him, and he drained that from real deep. They don't call these fouls.
Look at Bogdanovich, like, tackling Holiday. They finally called a foul. That's the first foul I've seen that's not at the rim. They will call nothing anywhere on the floor except at the rim. That's the first call I've seen, and Bogdanovich is giving the ref the absolute Serbian business, cussing him out in Serb. The ref has no clue what he's saying to him. He just called his mother a bunch of names, awful names. I know a little Serbian.
Yeah, and look, obviously Bogdanovich and Joker, they play with these guys all the time. This is not for Bogdanovich and Joker. This is no big thing playing against LeBron and Durant and Curry. because they see these guys in the NBA every single night. And Bogdanovic making all the big shots right now, that's a huge thing for Serbia as well. So,
and they just keep scoring. Joker just scored right in Embiid's face from the paint. Yep. They're back up 12. That's the funny thing. I keep telling you, they got it up to 15, and it never went below 11. It got to 8, and now it's back up to 12. They are kicking their ass. And despite how well Curry has shot and hit the 6 threes, he's missed a lot of shots. Like, he has to shoot a lot, I guess, to generate buckets, but he's missing shots. He just missed a baseline jumper from about 15 feet out, and now he's at the line shooting tech free throws to make it a 9-point game. But all I know is he's the only guy doing anything. They got to get LeBron at the 10, I'm telling you. And these other guys, it is amazing to me that all of those superstar players are sitting on the bench picking their boogers. I mean, literally, he's going with this 5-man rotation right now. Booker and Holiday have no points except for Booker's 3. They just hit another 3, Serbia. I mean, Jesus Christ. They are literally not guarding them. They are not playing defense. They are letting them do whatever they want, and that spells loss. They're going to lose. They're going to lose this game because they're not doing anything. They're not defending. They're not defending the 3. They got no one producing. All their superstars are sitting on the bench planning on where they're going to dinner.
Yeah, you got to change something up at this point. Get somebody else in the game. Change a spark. You need something, whether it's Ant coming in and hitting some shots or even Tatum, who everybody's been looking for this whole thing. Somebody's got to go in there and change the course of this game. All this has been is just Steph shooting threes. He's hit a billion threes, but you're not getting anything from anyone else. Nobody else is doing anything.
That's it. Like,
they're not going to win the game with just Steph hitting threes.
And Adebayo and Davis and Halliburton and Ant Edwards, they're all sitting there with their entire warm-ups on. Like their entire warm-ups, the shirt, the jacket, they got the whole thing. They're literally over there like they're not playing in this game today. Like, I'm like, what is happening here?
They should be up. Put me in the game. Is what they should be doing.
I know Durant needs to be in that game shooting.
Yeah. Durant's the biggest one for me. He's the guy that should be out there, and I will even say Ant as well, just for the kind of instant offense that they can maybe bring for you out there. So, I mean, this is honestly, the lowest I've seen.
Can somebody take a good shot? It's amazing. Embiid turns it over. Unbelievable. I have seen it all. This guy, why do they keep playing this galoof? Honestly, he is so awful. And this is why I have told you on this show for years that they never win in Philly. You want to know why they never win? Because they got the galoof. My man's a galoof. He's clumsy, slow, fat, can't run, and he gets to the line 25 times a game. That's where he gets all his money and points. He gets called. They give him calls in the NBA. You touch him, he goes to the line. In FIBA, they're attacking him. He's getting no calls. So watch what happens when he plays a physical game. He's 300 pounds, and he's 7 foot, 300 pounds. And in a physical game, he is not getting any calls. And guess what? He sucks. He sucks. When he doesn't get calls, he sucks.
They just showed Kerr. He finally looked down the bench, and Durant got up. Kerr finally looked down there and gave the nod to Durant. All right, let's go. Get him in the game. Embiid is just turnovers and bad shots right now.
Look at him falling down, throwing it out of bounds. Like, if he doesn't get calls, you heard me. If he doesn't get to the line,
I'd get him out.
He sucks.
Get him out of the game. I would get Bam and AD in there. I know you need size with Joker's scoring anyway. Joker's going to do what he wants anyway. Stop the 3-ball and get some other guys in there to do something. 62-53.
All they did was take out Booker and put in Durant. And I told you, I think Booker's been awful in this game. And I think Holiday, I'll give Holiday, he has donuts, but I'll give him this. He's at least trying defensively. He's at least trying.
Your gut says Miami is going to win, and you should take the over. Your gut also said your NFT selfies would only go up in value. They didn't. But your head is on SportsGrid and knows the QB is in concussion protocol. The backup has a 45 QBR against the zone coverage. The New York D has the most sacks in the league. So yeah, trust your head. It's smarter to be on SportsGrid.
There is going to be an energy to game time decisions that you will feel night in and night out. We're going to go through every single thing, and I've got a great team behind me that's going to help me get the job done. I want this to be the place that people come to. We are going to hit every single one of those markets that you need to know about. There is not going to be a better place, I promise you, than Game Time Decisions. We will have everything at our disposal, and we will use that to our advantage. I'm Kevin Walsh. Tune into Game Time Decisions from 6 to 8 p.m. Eastern on SportsGrid.
If the U.S. gets to a bad start and they're down or close, I may double down on the second quarter because I know that that's when Steve Kerr is going to want to either A, if it's close, like, open it up. If they're losing, you got to get the lead because you don't want teams like it was in South Sudan that believe that they can win.
Betting above the rim, only on SportsGrid.
Holiday hit one in the corner, his first shot he made, and it's a 6-point game with 2:50 and rolling left. And this one now into Durant, and they tried an alley-oop and screwed it up. He was wide open at the rim, and he made the pass bad. Like, they have turned the ball over. How many turnovers they got? I got to look at this. Honestly, the turnovers, Carver High, are what are killing.
I've got them for 8 right now for turnovers. I've got the USA for 8 turnovers.
8 turnovers. How many Serbia? How many does Serbia have?
4.
And I'm telling you, it's a big difference. And then I know Curry's hot. I won't deny that he's hitting a lot of shots, but he's also missing big shots.
It can't be the entire offense. You see, now when we just came back from that break, during the 2 minutes we were away from break, that was the best 2-minute stretch they've had since really almost the entire game. You had Curry hit a 3, they got to stop.
Right.
Holiday hit a 3 in the corner, they got to stop. Like, somebody else has to be involved offensively. It can't just be Curry threes every time they're down the floor. They've got AD in there now. Now Curry's on the bench for the first time this half. They've got it to 6 with him on the bench.
God,
they've got to find
just
a way
keep making
to keep
shots.
this going.
Like that shot they just made was trash, and it still fell. It hit the back of the rim, went up in the air 5 feet, and came back down. Yeah. So they just keep scoring. It's unbelievable. And
so
almost
a full line change for them here, pretty much.
A brick by Durant, but a follow by Davis. Davis with the follow. So they need Davis and Adebayo to start getting physical and get the loose balls on that rack. Rebounds, second chances. That was a second chance tip in off a miss by Durant. They got to get more of that. They're down 6 with 1:48 and rolling. They're letting these guys get good shots, though. And now, I mean, it's all happening. They're arguing with refs. It's getting to that point where it's getting intense.
Look,
it's 67-61, 147 left in the third. So, running out of time here, boys. That fourth quarter is going to be nail-biter city, Carver High.
It's going to be nail-biter city, but I think getting away from that 10 to 15-point range that they had before, I think going into the fourth, 5 to 7 is fine. I think they can make up 5 to 7 in the fourth quarter. I think 10-plus would have been an issue for them here. But if they keep this where it is and maybe even get it under 5 by the time they get to the end of the third,
They just keep
I think
hitting
they're going to
threes.
be all
They
right.
hit another one. They are shooting
that's the problem.
wide open threes off of screens every single time they want to, and they're hitting them. I don't see how a team loses when they shoot as well as they do, and they're shooting uncontested, wide open, off-screen threes and hitting every one of them. There's no way you can win a game when you just keep letting a team hit threes, and then you go down and miss your shots. They just missed another Durant shot. Durant looks terrible today. Terrible.
First time I've seen USA, and I've been watching the live line during this whole entire second half. This is the first time I've seen them put USA up as a dog. It is now Serbia -1.5, plus 105 on the money line for USA. So this is the first time the live line has flipped to where United States are dogs here, Scotty. So
this should be
if
more
you're a
of
believer,
a story if they choke.
Yeah.
I'm not talking USA, Serbia. Serbia has this game by the onions. They need to finish it off. They have them right where they want them. If they choke, this is on them. They should win this game based on they have outplayed them, they've outshot them, less turnovers, hit more free throws, hit more threes, hit more shots, shot better from the floor. How do you lose a game like that? You shouldn't lose the game. They should win the game. Serbia should win this game because the U.S. is the one that's playing crappy basketball here today. They're the ones that are doing nothing right. That's it. They got one guy that's done anything. That's it. That's why they're going to lose.
And look, and just like we said, they had a great 2-minute sequence. Now they've had an awful 3-minute sequence because now they're back to 10. It's back to double digits, and going into the fourth, that's going to be a misery for them. That's why it's plus 110 for the United States now, because they're going to be in a lot of trouble here. These guys have done nothing. Has any of these guys made a shot?
No.
Since Curry and them left the game, LeBron and Curry went out on the bench?
Just Davis, the tip in. But here's the deal. Even when Serbia misses, when they miss, so that's not the shot they want is Adebayo shooting corner pocket threes. He bricked. No. Here's the deal. Even when they missed, like the free throw they missed was missed. It bounced around the rim. It still went in. They're hitting everything. They are not missing anything. And the U.S. misses every shot they take. And there's another three, and a foul on the three. And a foul. It's a 4-point play. They're going down. This game is over. Trust me, this game's over. They can't stop them. This game is over. They've already established that they can't stop their offense. This is a professional European basketball team filled with Serbs that can shoot and can play pick and roll off-screen shot basketball. That's what it is. They're getting whacked. I play basketball every day of my life. I'm telling you, they are getting whacked. They're getting outplayed, out everything in this game. I mean, there's nothing. And how about this? Joker's sitting down drinking, his Gatorade, and he gonna come in and play the whole fourth quarter.
That they had the 1 minute and a half where Joker was going to sit this entire second half because he's playing the whole fourth, and Bam took that dopey three in the corner while Jokic was sitting on the bench. That's when you need to be inside that minute.
Right.
That Joker's not in the game. It's the only minute of the entire second half you're going to get when he's not in there, and he's shooting threes in the corner.
Bro, they were down 6, and now they're down 15 going to the fourth. This game's over.
Now they're finished. They're finished now.
It's over.
In fact, with the fifth, plus 260, plus 5.5 for the United States live, plus 5.5.
It gets worse by the minute because they're getting their ass handed to them.
It gets worse by the minute, indeed. That's for sure. 5.5.
And look,
wow.
They're walking off the floor with their heads hung. They know they're done. They're toast. They're not even.
Right.
It's so embarrassing. They will never live this down. I mean, not only are they going to lose, but they got their ass spanked. I mean, they got humiliated. They had a team come out, and they're shooting literally wide open, all alone, off-screen threes. Like, as if I was just at the gym shooting, and no one was in the gym. I was the only guy shooting threes, and I was hitting bombs, and that's what they're doing. No one's in the gym at all. They're just knocking down threes uncontested.
Your gut says Miami is going to win, and you should take the over. Your gut also said your NFT selfies would only go up in value. They didn't. But your head is on SportsGrid and knows the QB is in concussion protocol. The backup has a 45 QBR against the zone coverage. The New York D has the most sacks in the league. So yeah, trust your head. It's smarter to be on SportsGrid.
There is going to be an energy to game time decisions that you will feel night in and night out. We're going to go through every single thing, and I've got a great team behind me that's going to help me get the job done. I want this to be the place that people come to. We are going to hit every single one of those markets that you need to know about. There is not going to be a better place, I promise you, than Game Time Decisions. We will have everything at our disposal, and we will use that to our advantage. I'm Kevin Walsh. Tune into Game Time Decisions from 6 to 8 p.m. Eastern on SportsGrid.
If the U.S. gets to a bad start and they're down or close, I may double down on the second quarter because I know that that's when Steve Kerr is going to want to either A, if it's close, like, open it up. If they're losing, you got to get the lead because you don't want teams like it was in South Sudan that believe that they can win.
Betting above the rim, only on SportsGrid.
All right, so it's 76-65, Serbia into the fourth, and they've done whatever they've wanted. Possible turnover here. The U.S. gets a turnover. Jokic turned it over, and then a foul on Serbia against LeBron going the other way. So a U.S. call. They're down 11 with 9 left in this game. Here's the thing, Mike. Serbia, 15 of 31 from downtown, almost 50%. They just missed a 3, so that's the first time they've not been at 50%. They had hit a 5 in each quarter. 5, 5, and 5 in the 3 quarters. Bombs away for Serbia from downtown, and they're hitting everything. And like I said, you understand what I'm saying? I was in the gym, and there was nobody there, and I was just knocking down threes. Nobody around. Then I give you the Gino Auriemma line. Everybody's great until someone's got their hand in your face. I played last night, and you got some guy all up in your face. You're not shooting threes. You're not hitting threes with a guy up in your face. A guy all over you, guarding, hawking the ball. They're not letting Curry shoot threes now. And then he drove and missed a layup. They're guarding him. So Bogdanovich is actually guarding him. The U.S. has let guys. One guy has always been wide open. They are guarding 4 guys, doubling Joker, guarding 4. One guy's always wide open. And it's a kiss of death against Joker. He'll find the wide open guy every time. They move the ball to the wide open guy. He shoots a wide open 3. It's like the guy's shooting a layup, but he's shooting a corner pocket 3, and it's all snap, all net, all rain. So I think this is simple. They have beat him. They've outsmarted him, they've outplayed him, and they've moved the ball, and they've taken wide open shots and knocked them down. Like they were the guy in the gym with nobody there like me today. Shooting threes with nobody around, everybody's a hero.
It's precisely that. So they got about 8 minutes left, 78-67. It's 11 points.
It's over.
I mean, they got him back to plus 130. I mean, it was 250 a little while ago.
Mike? How do they stop?
That's the thing.
Where are the stops? There are no stops.
They would need a lot of stops, and it's all the threes because Joker's 4 for 10 from the floor, 5 for 11 from the floor now after that bucket, 13 points. Listen, you shoot 15 for 32 from 3, you're going to be in the game, and they're more than in the game. They're going to win it at this point. up 11 with just over 8 minutes left in Paris.
They keep missing shots. The U.S. keeps missing one after the next.
Stunning. Somebody has to get hot besides Curry. That's the only way this is going down right now. Somebody else has to do it because, like you said, they've now thrown their best guys on Curry. They're not going to let Curry sit there and shoot any more threes, or at least not any more wide open ones. LeBron's shooting threes now, which is just Brick City also. You see, now these guys are forcing up threes. They're chasing because they're down double digits with 8 minutes left. They're not running anything good. They're not running any good offense. It's just let's chuck threes and hope that they go in and we get a couple of stops.
So Durant hit a three. It's down to 8. Durant hit a wing three, and there's a foul on Serbia. They ran over Davis, and they're going to count the 3 and call the foul on Djokovic. Jokic gets the call.
Wow.
They're giving him the 3 and the call is what I'm saying to you. I keep calling him Djokovic. I mean Jokic. You know what I mean? The Joker. So
yes.
I think what they did was a 3 and a foul on Joker. So at some level, they're going to get the ball again. The 3 has to count.
Yeah, because it looked like the push happened with the that's close. I know they
look at it right now. He shot the ball. It happened at the same time. So they cannot disallow that 3. They just have to.
They can't.
How are they going to? I think they count the 3 and it's Serbia's ball. They're not going to give them the 3 and the ball.
I think they're going to look at this. I think, the book has to have taken the 3 off the board.
I think
they've changed the score back to 78-67.
Really?
Yeah, the book just did. The book changed it from 78-67.
Well, I'm still seeing 78-70, and LeBron just threw the ball in, and then Booker shot a 3, made it.
78-70. They put it back up now. They just changed it back to 78-70 on the book.
So what they did was they counted the 3, called the foul on Joker, then they got the ball out of bounds, a non-free throw shooting foul, got the ball out of bounds, Booker shot a 3, so it was a 6-point play. That is the difference in this game, is that call. A 6-point swing on one possession. Now they're down 5, right? So now you got a game. I'd love to see the live action on this puppy.
Recently, I feel like I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm not making bad swings. I don't feel like I'm making terrible decisions, and just had got a little bit of a streak of bad luck on par 5s. Didn't birdie any of them at the Open, didn't birdie any of them today. It's just, and I didn't feel like I did anything terribly wrong, right? But that's just golf. It happens. What's done is done, and this week is the most important week of the year right now.
If he lands it pin high, he's going to be off over the pin position and leave himself a tough putt there. That should bite now. He didn't like it by the looks of it, but he'll love it when he sees it.
Just got this before that bunker. Put himself in a good position.
Just a tiny little baby fade, ideally placed.
To tie the lead at 16.
OMG, what a championship Sunday we just witnessed.
Win, right? Selfishly, you always want to get that done, but you don't want to see a teammate and a good friend, missing a putt for that happening for me.
The Live Golf League delivers every single event, doesn't it? I mean, what an incredible finish there. You know what, Tyrrell Hatton, I feel for him. He's been playing beautiful golf. In fact, since Miami, he's been the best player in our league based on the strokes gained metric.
I'm really happy that I had my first Live Golf win. Now that Kelly and the kids are watching, just knowing that I'm bringing the trophy home for them, it feels good to say that it's coming home.
The brighter the lights, the bigger the stakes. Hunt or be hunted. Know your prey. This is a whole new jungle. This is The Lion's Share. Brought to you by BetMGM.
All right, you got to get in on the BetMGM Swing for the Fences free-to-play game. It's incredible, and you can win great daily prizes. Play as the batter and pick an area of the strike zone. Get a single, double, triple, homer, or fly out. You can, like I said, play it once a day. It's free. You got to be a BetMGM Sportsbook account holder to be able to play it. And then you get these rewards. They're parlay boost tokens, odds boost tokens, single-game parlay boost tokens, bonus spins in eligible casino states, and bonus bets even. It's incredible. And if you get the hit, you get the reward. You got to use it within 24 hours. So as Carver High likes to say, put it with the golf. He'll take one of them boost tokens, put it with the golf, and turn it into date nights with Hot Nicole, fancy restaurants, extra cash, college
It's funny
fund.
you say that because we do have a situation for me with those. I used today's the Swing for the Fence token on an SGP ball. I had a double, I think, this morning, and I used it on the Met-Rocky game. A little fun 3-homer play in that game. Alonso in the barn. Vientos in the barn. We are waiting to see if Toglia on Colorado can homer to finish off my Swing for the Fences boost token from today, which would be a massive hit if we could somehow
what is
get
the
it.
number on that, the payout on that if it hits?
Let me open that up for you right now.
I mean, honest to God, this guy,
was
the prop king.
Plus 73.15 was that one. Plus 73.15. So there you go. It's a good hit if it comes.
So wait a minute.
Yes.
So you're telling me? Oh, so if you hit it, you make $73?
No. I get capped at 10.
$73.15 is the odds.
Yes. So I get capped at $10 on it. So $10 would win you $741 if Toglia can hit the home run here and finish that off for me. So that would be a nice Swing for the Fences boost token hit if we can get one here. We are watching this game, of course, while we do the Lion's Share.
4-point game.
I have got now, Scotty, 84-80.
Yes.
Serbia up 4 with 4:45 to go. USA now favored again, -1.5, -120 on the money line, 189.5 the live total. So I think the most you could have got USA since we've been doing this is I think at one point I told you plus 265 or plus 250 when they were down there in the third quarter. And now they have swung back to -120 on the live. We are watching this. Let me quickly, Scotty, get through the taters for tonight so that we can get to the last 3 or 4 minutes of this game. Here we go. Let's do it. We did get Bobby Witt Jr. last night. Of course, Schwarber hit 3 home runs against the Dodgers. We had a pretty good night in tater time. We're going to go to this Toronto-Baltimore game, Scotty, and we're going to go with a double dip in this one because we have 2 with some very good numbers. Anthony Santander, he's been excellent for us. How about him against Kevin Gausman? Is it tied? They tied it up? 2-point game. 84-80 right now.
It's 84-82. The U.S. is down 2. Go ahead. Who are the 2?
84-82. All right, here we go. Santander, 4 for 15 with 3 homers off of Kevin Gausman this year. He's got 3 homers in the last week. He's got 6 homers against the Jays this year. He's been great to us on the Lion's Share. Plus 425 for Santander tonight for Baltimore up in Toronto. Vlad on the other side, Scotty, 8 for 25 with 4 homers off of Dean Kramer. 400 he's hitting against the Orioles this year with 4 home runs. Double dip Vlad and Santander in Toronto tonight.
I love those, and I'll say this. I gave you Santander last night as well on the,
Yeah, 2.
Yeah,
2.
And we gave them to you last night. We hit a ton of home runs again last night. I like both of those. Vladdy's been on fire. Santander's been popping balls out left and right over the last couple of weeks. Love those bets. Tie game. The USA has tied the game. They've had it in the bag the whole day. Never in doubt.
Oh, they had it in the bag the whole day. 84-84 now for this -400 for USA. All right, who else has been hot? What about Ellie De La Cruz down in South Beach this week? He's hitting 500 with 4 homers against the Fish this year. He destroys right-handers who live on the fastball like this guy Kyle Tyler does tonight for Miami. And you're giving me +6 Bills, +600 for Ellie De La Cruz to continue his dominance of the Marlins.
What do you have? 4 extra base hits the other night. This guy's terror with the bat. I love this bet. 6-1 if Ellie goes off. Let's go.
And by the way, they are in a commercial, Scotty, so we do have 2 minutes here. 84-84, 3:45 to go. Tie game, United States and Serbia. Next to St. Louis, Brandon Lau for the Tampa Bay Rays. He's got a homer here in this series against the Cardinals. Gibson's allowed 14 home runs this year. I like him from the left side here, Lau, tonight. +400 at Busch to go yard.
Little Brandon Lau action tonight for us at Busch. Okay.
Next, Cal Raleigh. Late night in Seattle's been good to us. He hit one last night off a Scooble, Scotty. I was scared of him last night. And then he hit a second one, but was taken over the wall by the center fielder on Detroit. So he almost had a double dip. He's +280 tonight against, it sounds like Maeda's going to start for the Tigers, who stinks. +280 for Cal Raleigh late night in the Pacific Northwest. And I'll give you the last one, too, so we can get back. And that's the Diamondbacks and the Phillies in the desert. And there's a lot of guys who are hot right now. Marte's hot. Young Jock's hot, but they're probably not going to play him tonight because there's a lefty going for Philly. Schwarber's hot. Bryce has not been that hot. But JT Realmuto, Scotty, believe it or not, he wears out Jordan Montgomery. He's beat him up in his career. He does have a home run off of him. Montgomery's allowed 10 homers in 77 innings pitched this year. I wanted to go a little power from the right side. Turner's not a bad option either, but I took Price with Realmuto at +525.
Oh, God. Well, I'm all for it, JT Realmuto. I still like Schwarber hitting home runs every night. He hit 3 last night, made us all kinds of money. I just saw Embiid try to dribble down on Joker, and he dribbled it out of bounds on the baseline. Just a horrible turnover. They're down 2, and then he went down and turned it over. So Serbia with the ball up to just under 3 minutes left, 2:55 and rolling. So it's crunch time. Every bucket counts now. Defense is paramount.
Defense is paramount, that's for sure. 86-84 with the 87-86 I've actually got now.
Oh, and they missed a shot and couldn't get the rebound. It's so embarrassing. Another wide open 3. Guy missed it. They got so lucky right there. They missed a shot, Joker, and then they couldn't get the rebound. They kick it out to a guy wide open 3 on the wing, and he missed it. Now Curry hits a 3.
Hits a 3. 87-86.
They're up
1.
Oh,
up
the
1.
Humanity.
They're up 1.
Now the humanity of it all.
Now they're up 3. They're up 3. 89-86 I've got here as well. So
now all of a sudden Serbia's missing shots. I've
well,
seen it all. LeBron on the fast break.
That wasn't going to last forever. You know, they hit 1 billion threes in the first 3 quarters of this game. And you said it right. They didn't shut the door. They had a 15-point lead late in the third quarter, and they did not shut the door.
They were up 13 going to the fourth, and then, they had it up to 15. Now a turnover, and the U.S. is going to get the easy bucket. Curry, the layup. It's now a 91-86 U.S. lead. They're going crazy on the U.S. bench.
Wow. Unbelievable. What a night. Curry's got 30-plus now, 30. He was +920 to score 20 points, I think, or something like that tonight, Scotty. I cannot believe
I never once doubted them in this game. I knew they had it all.
You never doubted them. Lion Share brought to you by BetMGM. Santander, Vladdy Jr., Ellie De La Cruz, Brandon Lau, Cal Raleigh, and JT Realmuto. Let's hit some long balls tonight in Major League Baseball.
Listen, if you bet that 16.5, I told you you're golden. I took that 16.5 yesterday on this show, and they're going to cover that 16.5 any way you slice it. But if you ask me, Serbia at this point, it's not over, but they blew it. They're up 13 at the start of the fourth. You blew it.
The Lion's Share, presented by BetMGM.
hopefully they learned their lesson. Hey, this ain't the NBA, bro. You don't have 6 fouls, and they will check you on this stuff. And Brooks has a reputation coming into this. You can tell the refs are watching them, and they were on him all the time.
This was 10, 12 years ago. Canada playing Greece with that type of lead that they had. They probably would have mentally crumbled and lost that game to Greece by 3 or 4 points in the final minute of that ball game.
Sports Rage Late Night, only on SportsGrid.
Try and set the stage for what should be a great year of NFL action.
There's a handful of teams that potentially can compete for a Super Bowl championship.
Confusion and uncertainty this year more than some in the past.
This team looks like it's ready to make a move, but we just don't know if it's bad or good this year.
J.J. McCarthy is eventually going to take over, but it's like it's a no-lose situation for them.
I mean, they suck. They were 7-10.
Only on SportsGrid.
That race for the Cy Young, pretty much as equally compelling and intriguing as the race for the wild card spots in the National League.
And also keep in mind, this team doesn't pitch the entire season, so his ERA gets affected much, much more if he has a poor outing than, let's just say, Chris Sale or Zach Wheeler that's been there all season long. This would be a fun one to watch it play out, but the big loser last night were the Phillies and Zach Wheeler.
The Early Line, only on SportsGrid.
Their coach has a personality that is New York City. Tough, grinding, defensive, no holds barred. We muck this game up and we make you play it our way. And Tibbs has been rewarded. And he should be rewarded for what he's done with the Knicks.
Betting above the rim, only on SportsGrid.
Oh, and one, and the ball falls. What a shot. And one by Bogey. He gets the ball to fall. So now it's a 3-point game, and he's shooting the free throw, I believe, to make it a 2-point game, right? Like, that's what's happening here. That bucket counts, and It's a 3-point game, 91-88. He's going to shoot the free throw. There's 56 seconds left, and he got a beautiful call and one bucket from the wing to the paint that he made.
I just
and he
saw
made
it.
the
What
free
a
throw.
hoop he just made.
That's a big shot.
How did he make that shot?
So it's a two-point game. Now remember, tell them the stats on what happened to their 3-point shooting, because if they get the last shot and it's a 3 and they're down 2, they can beat the U.S. with a deep shot, but they've cooled off.
They've cooled off. If you remember, they were 15 for 30 for 50% at one time in the third quarter. They have now missed their last 8 threes. They're 15 for 38 now and down to 39%. So the threes are what built that lead for Serbia, and the threes are also missing them all is what's allowed the United States to now take back the lead here. And be up 2 with a couple of ticks left to go.
They have the ball with 18 seconds left, and it's still winding down. Shot clock at 7. Curry with the ball, getting mugged, going to the line. He's going to get the call out. Oh, did you see that shot? It's not going to count, but what a circus shot. If I made that, I wouldn't go to work for a week. Did you see the circus shot he makes? Watch this. Watch the shot he made after the whistle.
Wow.
Did you see it?
I'm waiting to see it now. I saw there's a couple
is.
Good shots.
When he drives, watch what happens.
It's unbelievable.
I got it. Anyway, so there's 8 seconds left in the game, and Curry got fouled. So my guess is that he's going to the line, and they're up.
How did he make that? The high off the glass. He threw it up.
How did that go in? That was a circus shot. 8 seconds left. He's at the line. This is gigantic. They can't win on a 4-point shot unless they get a 3 and a foul.
4.
He makes the first off the rim. They're up 3.
Well, this is where you foul him, right? This is like NBA style, 4-point game. Well, you don't need to on a 4-point game. If they shoot it, just don't foul them. That's it. It's just don't foul them. That's all it comes down to.
Don't foul, and the game's over.
Yeah, pretty much. Don't foul, make your free throws. That's really what it all comes down to at this point for the United States.
He needs to make this one. This is the biggest shot of the game, and he made it.
There you go.
So now there's 8 seconds left. They're up 4. Let them go down and do whatever they want.
That's it. I wouldn't go
It's
near
not like they have to inbounds the ball. Like, once they make a basket, the U.S. can let the clock go out.
That's it.
It's not going to stop
They just
the
have
clock.
to stay away and not foul anyone shooting a 3. That's all that matters
He missed
right
the
now.
3. That's it. Game over.
What a win. Unbelievable.
That is unbelievable.
Well,
they're celebrating now.
For all the they're going to smash everybody. Every game has been unwatchable. They gave you, they played with some fire, but they gave you an entertaining game this afternoon. They did do that for the first time in these Olympics. You were glued to your seat and watching it the whole time, that's for sure. And they are going to escape against Serbia, and they will play for gold on Saturday, Scotty, against the host country, France. That's a big win for them. And what a game for Curry. Curry, he did it all. He really did. He did everything in that game for them. He did it all.
He did it all. And those 2 free throws iced it. And I just want to look at his numbers from he had 36, he hit 9 threes, and he hit 3 for 3 from the line. So he's the reason, obviously, they won the game by 4. They didn't cover the 16.5. I told you yesterday that this was going to be a great game, and they would never cover 16.5 against this pro-European Serbian team that knows how to shoot, knows how to play pick and roll, knows how to shoot off-screen open looks, knows how to move the ball and knock it down. And they controlled this game for literally the entirety of the game until literally about, I think, 6 minutes left in the game they kind of, in one way or another, unraveled in the last 6 minutes, right? They had the game. You're up 13 at the start of the fourth. You literally cannot lose this game. But they did, because I think you said it. They missed a bunch of threes. They missed 7 threes in a row, and then they unraveled. And then you had the call of the over and back. You had, the U.S. getting to the line, the U.S. finally hitting some shots. Durant hit the 3. The 6-point swing was unbelievable on that call on Joker, his 4th foul. So I thought they unraveled a little bit. Unbelievable. U.S. wins by 4. France wins by 4, setting up France and the U.S. Saturday at 3:30 from Paris, the men's gold medal game. The bronze game will be Saturday at 5 a.m., which no one will watch, with Serbia and Germany. 5 a.m. No one's going to watch that.
Which no one will watch. You're right about that. No one will watch Serbia and Germany in that bronze medal game. So 5 a.m. So Saturday, 3:30 East for France and the U.S. When they put a number up for that, Scotty, which I'm sure they will before we leave here today, I will be able to give that to you. Once I find out. I'm sure it'll be a fat number again. Even though they squeaked this one out, it'll be a fat number against France, who was very unexpected to be here. That's
Curry,
for sure in this championship.
Curry played better in this game than he has in the entire tournament combined.
Yes. He definitely scored more points today than he did in the entire tournament and all the exhibition games combined, I'm pretty sure. He did with the 36 points. That he had in this one. I cannot believe I didn't play the 20-plus for him like I did in every other game so far in these Olympics. That is just absolutely brutal for me. All right, so we've had some fun with that. We have a lot to accomplish, though, before we leave, Scotty. So when we come back, we'll get into tonight's baseball games. We have a lot of football to do. There's 2 games tonight in the NFL preseason. So lots to cover with another hour to go here. A little hour and change to go on Coast to Coast.
All right.
Your gut says Miami is going to win, and you should take the over. Your gut also said your NFT selfies would only go up in value. They didn't. But your head is on SportsGrid and knows the QB is in concussion protocol. The backup has a 45 QBR against the zone coverage. The New York D has the most sacks in the league. So yeah, trust your head. It's smarter to be on SportsGrid.
There is going to be an energy to game time decisions that you will feel night in and night out. We're going to go through every single thing, and I've got a great team behind me that's going to help me get the job done. I want this to be the place that people come to. We are going to hit every single one of those markets that you need to know about. There is not going to be a better place, I promise you, than Game Time Decisions. We will have everything at our disposal, and we will use that to our advantage. I'm Kevin Walsh. Tune into Game Time Decisions from 6 to 8 p.m. Eastern on SportsGrid.
If the U.S. gets to a bad start and they're down or close, I may double down on the second quarter because I know that that's when Steve Kerr is going to want to either A, if it's close, like, open it up. If they're losing, you got to get the lead because you don't want teams like it was in South Sudan that believe that they can win.
Betting above the rim, only on SportsGrid.
All right, man. That's good to have you with us on all of our streaming outlets, all of our radio affiliates, and on Sirius Channel 159 on C2C on a Thursday. Don't forget to get the SportsGrid app on iOS or Android. It's free. Follow your favorite hosts like Carver High, and you get everything. Videos, stories, highlights, odds, in-game odds, you name it, it's there. And you can listen to the network on the app and watch the network live on the app. It's incredible, the SportsGrid app. Get it today. All right, Carver High, they finally had enough of the manager of the White Sox.
They certainly did. I'm guessing that they were just waiting for them to get home from that trip on the West Coast, and that's precisely what happened as Pedro Grifol chopped by the Chicago White Sox. Of course, they lost 21 straight games. Finally got a win in Oakland the other night, but now they are home and they are finished with him. Grady Sizemore will be the interim manager for the rest of the season for the White Sox, and allegedly, and I don't believe them, but allegedly the word was today that they are going to hire someone outside the organization, which is what they said they were going to do when they fired the GM last time, and they ended up hiring someone inside the organization. So I wouldn't believe anything that comes out of Chicago with the White Sox, Scotty, in terms of who they're going to hire in the offseason. Who would want that job? Jeez.
They couldn't hire Jesus and turn that team around. Honestly, they are anemic. And, like they say, it's a major league job, so someone's going to want it. But I wouldn't want any part of that right now. That team is a mess.
Tough scene. Mess indeed. The Orioles placed Grayson Rodriguez on the IL. Remember, he didn't start the other night. Sounds like a lat issue for Grayson Rodriguez, as he's going to miss some time for Baltimore. Twin starter Joe, don't call me Jack Ryan, left that start yesterday with right triceps tightness. Pitcher injury season, never good, with only a couple months to go in Major League Baseball. All right, here we go, Scotty. Let's start some of these games, and then if we have to, we'll finish them after you talk to Adam. By the way, 7-1 Mets lead the Rockies. 2 homers for Pete Alonso this afternoon. Vientos has a homer as well. The Giants, and how about this? The Giants and the Nationals have been through 2 really long rain delays. That game started at noon East. The Giants scored 3 runs in the top of the 9th inning after the second rain delay to take a 5-2 lead. But Luis Garcia just hit a 3-run homer in the bottom of the ninth for Washington to tie the game at 5. So how about that? A savior for not just nat bettors, but over bettors as Garcia goes, and they are going to extras. Man, that is a long day out in San Francisco for all of them. Brewers beat the Braves 16-7, and the Padres beat the Pirates. We got very caught up in the basketball game, but your boy, what's his name? Bednar yacked that up, Scotty, as he left Louis Arai's RBI double. He had a Higashioka in there, drove in a couple runs. There was a huge error by O'Neal Cruz that got things going as well. So the Pirates imploded in the top of the ninth, and they ended up losing to San Diego at home, which was very, very unfortunate. All right, Reds and the Marlins finished their 4 games. Hunter Green and Kyle Tyler, the pitching matchup tonight. Minus 190 for the Reds, plus $1.55 for the Fish, and a 7.5.
Yeah, run line it with the Reds, even at minus $1.20. I don't have a problem with it. I think they'll kick their ass. I think Green's been pitching great. He's got an ERA in the 2s. He's 8-4. The Marlins sold the entire farm, so they're done. And put a fork in them. Bet against them regularly and make money.
That's what you should be doing, that's for sure. Yankees and the Angels, as of now, are scheduled to play in the Bronx to finish off that series. Of course, the weather has been absolutely miserable in the New York metropolitan area today, but as of now, they're still a go. Nasty Nestor Cortez against Tyler Anderson tonight. Yankees minus 250, plus 200 for the Angels, and an 8.5.
Yeah, same thing here. Run line it at minus 120. Lay the 1.5 with the Yankees. If they get it in, it's pouring here in New York City like it always is.
It is always pouring in New York City. It's very unfortunate, that's for sure. The Orioles and the Blue Jays in Toronto. The Dean Kramer and Kevin Gossman tonight. Minus 115 for the O's, minus 105 for the Jays, and a big fat 9. We want lots of homers and runs here tonight.
Yeah, I think Gosman beats him. I think Kramer's a mess. And
how about that?
I think the Orioles are playing way better than the Jays, and I think they obviously have a shot here with their bats. But Kramer's been bad, and Gosman's been, I think, the Jays' best pitcher.
The silver and the bronze. I give you Canada, France, Germany, Serbia, and Australia.
Germany, more so than Canada. I think that their talent, it's a little more tiered. You know what Dennis Schroeder's capable of. Franz Wagner, another player. Daniel Tice steps up, and Mo Wagner as well. They're built to really take advantage of the mistakes that Team USA makes, and they can make the effort plays.
Newswire, only on SportsGrid.
Try and set the stage for what should be a great year of NFL action.
There's a handful of teams that potentially can compete for a Super Bowl championship.
Confusion and uncertainty this year more than some in the past.
This team looks like it's ready to make a move, but we just don't know if it's bad or good this year.
J.J. McCarthy is eventually going to take over, but it's a no-lose situation for them.
I mean, they suck. They were 7-10.
Only on SportsGrid.
That race for the Cy Young, pretty much as equally compelling and intriguing as the race for the wild card spots in the National League.
And also keep in mind, this team doesn't pitch the entire season, so his ERA gets affected much, much more if he has a poor outing than, let's just say, Chris Sale or Zach Wheeler that's been there all season long. This would be a fun one to watch it play out, but the big loser last night were the Phillies and Zach Wheeler.
The early line, only on SportsGrid.
Hopefully they learned their lesson. Hey, this ain't the NBA, bro. You don't have 6 fouls, and they will check you on this stuff. And Brooks has a reputation coming into this. You can tell the refs are watching them, and they were on him all the time.
This was 10, 12 years ago. Canada playing Greece with that type of lead that they had. They probably would have mentally crumbled and lost that game to Greece by 3 or 4 points in the final minute of that ball game.
Sports Rage Late Night, only on SportsGrid.